Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Rewrite, which is on episode 2. Now, this episode right here, nothing much really going on, but some stuff happening here and there, but we have to it that it picks up in last week's episode, which I watched apparently, made a late recap on it, which is 48 minutes long, freaking hell. And we have to it that Kotaro ends up talking to the Academy Witch apparently, and ends up asking her for help. But apparently, she even tells him like he is in trouble, and that if this keeps up, you have UFOs coming for you as soon as tomorrow or something. I'm like, what? And she ends up giving him some charms and other things to protect him. And of course, there's this person named Tomoko in his dreams that protected him from this girl with the ribbons. And apparently, she avoided sucking out energy or doing something to him, what she did in the special episode last week. And apparently he tries to prank Yoshino with some hot sauce or poison whatsoever, but apparently he accidentally switched him. When Yoshino pushes that parfait aside and has Lucia, which is the class representative, to eat that, apparently she ends up having no effect at all, and Kotaro was really confused by this, and he eats it, and she gets really ticked about it, and then Falcon punches him or uppercuts him. And later, we have to it that Shizuru ends up having a little small talk with Kotaro, and I think the teacher ends up trying to capture Shizuru to hug her, and she goes she feels uncomfortable by that. By the time Kotaro talks a little bit to the occult research club president, forgot her name, but apparently they have a little small talk about a little bet, and after a certain request whatsoever, we have to it that if Kotaro can prove that there's a paraphenomenal or some kind of big how you say it, some supernatural things happening or something, then he get to touch her breast. And she ends up saying, fine, that'll be the deal. If you can prove that there's a paranormal phenomena that exists, you can do any obscene scenes to me. But either way, it's not going to work, she says. And apparently we have to it that, the same girl that tries to suck out certain energy to Kotaro tries to go after him again. But after a big, large poot or fart or gas or something, she ends up going away. She goes oh gosh, what was that? And so forth. And we have to it that Kotaro decides to grab some members to help out. But the next night, the moment Kotaro was thinking about touching the president's boobs whatsoever, he ends up touching the same girl that tries to suck out energy out of him. Her name's not really given, but apparently we have to it that Kotaro tries to apologize, and later on, after the girl who sucks out energy ends up touching her chest size, she ends up leaving. And as for the president, he ends up giving her a massage, and I thought it was something else. After she goes that's the spot. I'm thinking in my mind, what the hell? And something about Kotaro having a rivalry with the newspaper club, and of course we have to it that Kotori ends up being part of Kotaro's helping benefit, along with Chihaya, the same girl that freaking lost balance with a bunch of books whatsoever. And we have to it that Shizuru comes on by and gets a phone call from Lucia, and we have to it that that Kotaro says, "Oh, just tell her without knowing, he literally told Shizuru to tell this person whatsoever what's up about oh, I'm madly in love with him in some sort," and then later on gets Falcon punched by Lucia for not even realizing that that's Shizuru's best friend, and therefore she decides to help. Lucia decides to be also part of the group, despite Kotaro's freaking pervertness of touching the breast and trying to prove a paraphenomenal supernatural thing. And after much been going on, she decides to be part of the group to keep an eye on some things. And therefore, he has a wish where he wants to be somebody, which is pretty cool. Not too bad, I mean, he just wants to be somebody. But that girl that's trying to suck out energy out of him tries to reach out for him, but he left her, which is really strange. Either because she's jealous or she doesn't want to be left alone. I don't know, but I think Kotori ends up seeing her outside possibly, and she ends up like watching from a distance, which is pretty sad. It looks, and she even touched her chest size whatsoever. And I'm thinking in my mind, oh man, it's pretty sad because I'm not really sure like if this is what she wanted or is there something like she didn't know like what's going on, that kind of thing. And then the ending song plays about, and then it shows all like 5 characters, I believe, or should I say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the main female characters who's gonna have a role to play in the ending, and yada yada yada. And Kotaro shows up at the end, that kind of thing. So I don't really know what's really gonna happen. I don't, but like to all those visual novel players, like whoever read the visual novel, don't know what's gonna happen. I'm an anime only, so that's all I can tell you. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye bye. Toodaloo.